Hi everyone, good afternoon. We are from Group 7 and this is our video presentation. Before we start, I'm gonna introduce my group mates. Hi, I'm Yoga. We have Arby, Puji, and Felisya. So, just like our topic, we're going to talk about the flora and fauna in Australia. We all know that Australia is known for its unique biodiversity, with many species found nowhere else in the world. Australia's ecosystems are home to extraordinary plants and animals. So first is introduction. Australia, a land of dramatic landscapes, is renowned for its exceptional biodiversity. Its geographical isolation following the breakup of Gondwana has fostered the evolution of a biota found nowhere else on Earth. Endemism rates are exceptionally high, approximately 46% of birds, 69% of mammals, 94% of amphibians, and 93% of reptiles are unique to Australia. This presentation will examine the unique flora and fauna of Australia, highlighting the key species, their adaptations, ecological roles, and the challenges they face while considering conservation strategies.
Let's move to flora and fauna of Australia. Australia is the home to some of the most unique and diverse plant and animal species on Earth, from towering eucalyptus forests to adorable but fierce marsupials. The continent's biodiversity is truly remarkable. So, what makes Australia flora and fauna so special? Let's dive in. Let's start with the flora. Australia boasts over 24,000 native plant species, adapted to environments ranging from lush rainforest to scorching desert. First up, we have the eucalyptus trees, also known as gum trees. These are the backbone of Australia's landscape, thriving in the dry condition and even surviving frequent bushfires. Thanks to their thick bark and an incredible ability to regenerate after fires, eucalyptus trees are built to last. Next, meet the Austalia or beetles. These nitrogen-fixing plants improve soil health and provide shelter for many species. One of them, the golden beetle, Austalia pycnata, is Australia's national floral emblem. And let's not forget banksias and grevilleas. These flowering plants attract birds and insects with their nectars, making them essential for pollination. Now, how do Australian plants survive in such extreme conditions? Let's take a closer look at three incredible adaptations. First, fire adaptation. Many plants like eucalyptus have evolved to withstand and even benefit from wildfires. Some have keratinous cones, which only release seeds after exposure to heat, ensuring new growth after a fire. Others, like eucalyptus, have underground-like tubers, allowing them to sprout fresh shoots even if the main tree is damaged. Next, drought resistance. Australia's arid climate means water is often scarce, but plants have found clear ways to survive. Some, like the Mallee eucalyptus, have deep root systems that tap into underground water storage. Others store water in their leaves, stems, or roots to help them endure long dry spells. Finally, adapting to nutrient-poor soils. Unlike other parts of the world, many Australian landscapes have soil that lacks essential nutrients, but plants have developed a solution: cluster roots. This specialized root system helps absorb more nutrients, allowing plants to thrive in even the most challenging conditions. Now, let's talk about Australia's fascinating wildlife. The country is famous for its unique mammals, birds, reptiles, and marine life. Australian mammals are unlike any others. More are marsupials, which means they carry their young in pouches. Think of kangaroos, koalas, wombats, and the fierce Tasmanian devils. And then we have monotremes, the world's only egg-laying mammals. The platypus is a bizarre mix of a dog, beaver, and otter, while the echidna is a spiny little digger that eats ants. Australia is the home to around 800 species of birds, many found nowhere else like in the world. Colorful parrots like cockatoos, gallows, and lorikeets brighten up the sky. Massive flightless birds like emu and the cassowary play a key role in seed dispersal, and the honey eaters, the nectar-loving birds, are essential for pollination. But Australia isn't just home of fascinating birds. Its reptile and amphibian life is equally impressive. If you love reptiles, Australia is a paradise. Some of the world's most venomous snakes, like the taipan and the brown snake, call Australia home. Iguanas and monitor lizards are the top predators in the ecosystem. Unfortunately, frog populations are declining partly due to the Chytridium or fungal disease threatening amphibians worldwide. Finally, let's dive into Australia's incredible marine biodiversity. The Great Barrier Reef, the world's largest coral reef system, supports thousands of fish, coral, and invertebrate species. Dugong, whales, and dolphins roam Australian waters, with dugong being especially vulnerable to habitat loss. Now, how does this compare to Indonesia? While Australia is known for marsupials and monotremes, Indonesia is home to tropical rainforest mammals like orangutans, tigers, sun bears, and the Java rhino, one of the rarest animals in the world. Both countries have diverse bird life, but Indonesia, being a tropical archipelago, has an even higher variety of species, including the magnificent birds of paradise, which are exclusive to Papua. When it comes to reptiles, Indonesia and Australia share some species, like monitor lizards. However, Indonesia is home to the Komodo dragon, the largest living lizard, which thrives on a few remote islands. Australia has the Great Barrier Reef, but Indonesia is a part of the Coral Triangle, one of the most biodiverse marine ecosystems on Earth, supporting over 3,000 fish species and 600 species of coral. Indonesia's dense tropical rainforests make it a biodiversity hotspot, hosting some of the world's most elusive species, such as the Sumatran tiger and clouded leopard, while Australian arid and open landscape have to lead the evolution unique species that thrive in dry conditions. Australian flora is adapted to fire and drought, while Indonesia's tropical plants thrive in humid conditions and are often part of different jungle ecosystems.
Okay, now it's threats to biodiversity. Despite its richness, Australia's biodiversity faces significant threats. First one, habitat loss. Land clearing for agriculture, urbanization, and mining has resulted in significant habitat destruction. Second was invasive species. Introduced species like rabbits, foxes, cats, and cane toads compete with native wildlife and cause significant ecological damage. Third The third is climate change. Rising temperature, altered rainfall patterns, and increased frequency of bushfire threaten many species. The last, pollution. Plastic pollution and other forms of pollution harms marine life and terrestrial ecosystems. Next was conservation efforts. Australia has implemented various conservation strategies. First is protect areas. National Park and Marine Reserve protect critical habitats. Kakadu National Park, for example, protects significant biodiversity and cultural heritage. Second was legislation. The Information Protection and Biodiversity Conservation Act 1999, EPBC Act, is federal legislation aimed at protecting threatened species and ecological communities. Three is reintroduce programs. Programs aim at reintroduce threatened species to their former habitats, such as the Tasmanian devil. The last is indigenous land management. Traditional ecological knowledge and sustainable land management practiced by indigenous communities play a vital role in conservation.
Next, we have weird and wonderful wildlife in Australia. Australia has several uniquely adapted species, for example, tornado and cassowary. Tornado, this lizard has camouflage that helps it blend in with its surroundings and get away from danger. For the cassowary, they are regarded as the world's most dangerous bird. Compared with Indonesia, Australia has species like tornado and cassowary, while Indonesia has species, for example, like komodo and orangutan. Then, animals in Australia have adaptation like camouflage and speed, while animals in Indonesia have adaptation like strength and venom. Also, Australia has habitats like desert and forests, while Indonesia has habitats like rainforests and beaches. For our conclusion, Australia's flora and fauna represent a unique evolutionary heritage, shaped by millions of years of isolation and adaptation. However, this biodiversity is increasingly threatened by habitat loss, invasive species, climate change, and pollution. Effective conservation strategies are essential for preserving Australia's natural heritage, combining scientific research with community involvement and traditional ecological knowledge.